Hey guys, it's April over at Belt Insurance, and today I want to talk about a really important product that people don't know a whole lot about, and that's life insurance. I know, nobody wants to talk about dying or think about it, but should the worst case scenario happen, you want to make sure that your loved ones are in good hands. I've seen so many GoFundMes popping up after somebody dies because their family can't afford to pay for their funeral or just everyday expenses. I so dislike seeing this because it's already hard enough to deal with loss, and then to add money on top of it is just the last thing you should be doing during your time of grief. I also know that life insurance is really affordable. Especially if you're under 40, a life insurance policy could cost less than a couple cups of coffee a month or a tank of gas. A lot of our companies have really streamlined getting policies, and they don't even require physical exams anymore. I can do a full policy with you, usually over the phone, and you don't even have to leave the comfort of your own home. So if you're ready to get a quote, now what? What kind of policies are out there? There are several different types of life insurance policies that a person can buy, but the most common is term insurance, a whole life policy, or some sort of hybrid of the two. A term insurance policy is exactly how it sounds. You pay for a specific amount of coverage for a set period of time, and it pays out that benefit. For example, you could do a $250,000 policy for a term of 20 years. You pay your premiums either monthly or annually, and if something happens in the next 20 years, then your designated person or people, called beneficiaries, will get the $250,000 if you were to pass. A whole life policy is again exactly how it sounds. You pay a specific amount of insurance and you have that policy for your whole life. For example, you could do a $50,000 whole life policy and it is guaranteed to pay that $50,000 out to your beneficiaries at some point when you pass. Whole life policies you can pay on for your entire life, up to a certain age, or for a certain period of time. Whole life policies also earn cash within them that you can still use and pull out while you're alive. Because a whole life policy is guaranteed to pay and because it earns cash value, it is more expensive than a term policy. If you're anything like me, then you'll want the best of both worlds, right? Well, you're in luck because most companies have come out with a hybrid policy that combine the features of both policies into one. A hybrid policy is great because you can set a high term limit for a certain period of time and then have it drop to a whole life policy afterwards. For example, you could do a $250,000 term policy and then have it drop to a $50,000 policy after 20 to 30 years. This kind of policy is great because you have a high death benefit at first, when you're likely to have more debt. Think mortgages, credit cards, and car notes. You also potentially have dependents who may need housing or a spouse that may need to cover childcare or tuition expenses at this time in your life. Once the term is up, the policy would drop to a whole life policy that you would still have to cover funeral expenses, and also that policy still earns cash value in it the entire time as well. Hybrid policies usually cost somewhere in between term and whole life policy, and they're becoming more and more popular. Another great thing about life insurance policies is they pay quickly and your beneficiaries get that money tax-free. Typically, all you have to do is show a death certificate to get that check. This will help loved ones pay for a funeral and immediate expenses right away, instead of having to deal with probate court, taking months to years, having to pay for lawyers, paying for estate taxes, all the other things when you have to go through probate. In summary, life insurance is great. It's an affordable product that can really help the people you care the most about. It's a policy that's not really about you, it's about the people you care about the most, which is different from home or auto, where it really impacts you directly. If you're thinking about getting a policy but are unsure what type of policy you would like or which one would fit within your budget, that's where I come in. I can help you through the entire process. Give us a call today for a free quote or a free review of what you already have. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next video.